Just wish that fucking ritual. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, isn't that? Oh God, that's like I forget the ritual to actually make a.
You have to find a child that's 7 years old. You find 10 of them, all with the same blood type, and then you torture them. For up to like 3 months or so. Then force them to kill their common dominator, and yeah, you torture them. Then you give them the big extremes. The Dominator is the one that spoils them rotten, and then the Ritualist is the one that torments them, tortures them in the worst ways, while flesh crafting them all into the same appearance. And then at the end of the ritual, whoever survives, as long as 3 or more survive, they become blood brothers.
Wait, did you say these happen to like 7-year-olds?
Mm-hmm.
How are there blood brothers that are like so old then?
Flesh crafting.
Flesh crafting.
Right. Yep.
I also think that's pretty recent canon. I think it was a lot more vague how they were made until recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just went, how can we dial this up to 11? Oh, I know.
Let's just making kids. Which is actually really fucked up.
All of the children are ruled to the same vampire. The vampire is generally a patsy of some sort, either a newly created and disposable child or a captive from some other sect. For the next 3 months, the children are alternately pampered by their Dominator and tortured by the Ritualists, shaped night by night into the perfect replicas of one another. The torments as well as the delights escalate rapidly until the end of the 3 months. The children have broken minds and are equally deteriorated bodies. In this state, they are psychologically transfer their self-will to their Dominator, offering an implicit soul-deep trust. It is at that point that they are made to watch as the Dominator die at the hands of their tormentors, and then allowed to slaughter their Dominator during the final night of the ritual. With a final twisted application of spells, both hermetic and elemental, the children are murdered, their minds are merged, and their memories shared, and they are brought back from the dead by the power of the ritual. The bond they share, their Dominator's original blood bond, now amplified and twisted into something far greater, establishes the permanent, unalterable unity of the new pack of perfectly identical blood brothers.
And then they have a bit of a cuddle.
Yeah. It's...
So, like, you have a super vinculum, like, out the gate? All right.
They're all vinculum 10 to one another. All of them. And you can't shake that at all.
Yep, because they are one mind, one spirit, several bodies, except when they decide to become one.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
All right, gentlemen, lady, we are ready to do this. So, go ahead and mute yourselves, and we will go in bit by bit. First button. Ready check for everybody real quick. We'll start going left to right. Anne, you good to go? Damien? JC? Michael? Peter said go ahead and start without him. Robbie and Tim. All right. Here we go. And we are live. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world, and welcome to a scene of Project Priscus, Gotham by Night. Pardon me. Tonight is a special night. We are only a few days removed from Palla Grande, and it is a especially joyous time in the life of the Sabbat, especially for the packs. And such festivities, such holidays need to be observed, and the festivities be as grand as any showing that the Sabbat are known for. And to that end, one of the bishops leading this crusade into the city of Gotham has sent out some students, so to speak, to meet with the packs to invite them to a nice little gathering. And so we start first with, a young woman looking to be somewhere in her early 20s, approaching the haven of, what is known as the Sword Crows, I believe. Making herself visible as she can, carrying with her an envelope with a very official-looking seal on it.
I will not be the one answering because my character is territorial and it would end very badly. So Robbie, please be the porchman.
Did you mean Sordid Crown?
Sorry, Sworded Crown.
Yeah.
I thought it said crows.
So, as you approach, a skinny and tired-looking man will answer the door, and he will say in an Eastern European accent, "Excuse me, dear, are you lost?"
She just bows her head and hands you or holds out an envelope with what looks to be a wax seal with the Sabbat Ankh on it.
He will raise his eyes at this. Thank you, I will take it to my master. Do you wish to come in?
And she simply shakes her head.
Then he will nod again and leave and shut the door. And my ghoul will bring me whatever the message is.
All right. On the message, there is looks to be written very well in wonderful calligraphy. Bishop Dove of the Sabbat cordially invites you to a game of Instinct this evening at 9 p.m. Treats will be given out for the holiday of Palla Grande for those that prove themselves worthy of it.
Timor will be in his study, having just finished his daily education of their unblooded. Most gratifying experience he finds. And he will read this, and then wander downstairs to find the rest of his pack, where he will bump into Gerard. And he will nod. My priest.
Yes, Diomir.
We have received an invitation by one of the bishops to attend a game of Instinct.
He will extend a hand.
Timor will give him it.
And he will look at it. Well, it is definitely going to be interesting. How are you
We
feeling?
have a reputation to uphold.
Indeed. Indeed we do. Very well. I shall leave word to the king if he so wish to join us in this endeavor. In the
I hope His
meantime,
Majesty would be able to.
yes, as you know, His Majesty is quite busy.
Naturally.
We shall attend then.
Very good. I shall go and prepare. We should bring gifts for the bishop also.
That is true.
Do you know of her clan?
I don't know, Vinny.
Bishop Dove is reported to have fair hair and extremely fair skin. Other than that, no one knows.
Goddamn white people. So, unknowing of her clan, perhaps simply an offer of some of our herd would be sufficient.
Yes, but maybe so. Then let us get ready. We do not want to make Bishop wait.
No, of course. And he shall smartly turn on his heel and walk out and begin bellowing at his ghouls to get stuff ready.
All right. We go over to the haven of the other pack, whose name I don't know off the top of my head, so you'll have to forgive me. But the haven is approached by a woman in a very similar in appearance to the one that visited the Sword Crowns, and only difference being that she wears a blue sweater as opposed to a green one. But she too carries a letter with a wax seal on it, and she approaches the haven, but does not enter.
I'm figuring Liam will probably spot her. Firstly, he'll probably shoot a text to Janice and Natalia saying, "And we need a new place now." But he'll stroll on up to the lady and say, "Hey, can I help you?"
She simply uses both hands to raise up an envelope with the Sabbat Ankh on a wax seal, or pressed in with a wax seal.
That Liam will go ahead and he'll thank her right quick, grab the envelope, open it up, and see what it says.
And it's very much the same invitation. The bishop cordially invites you to a game of Instinct for Palla Grande, or to gain special treats for Palla Grande.
All right, sounds good. I'll let the others know.
She nods without saying anything and goes about on her way.
So, what's going on? Natalia will come. What the fuck's up? I mean, have we been the police or what?
Nah, it'll hand over the letter to Natalia.
Oh,
You got an invitation.
All right. Good.
That also means that there's people that know exactly where we sleep. So yeah.
Oh, shit happens. Right. I'll get Janice up.
Yeah.
Janice is sitting over in one of the corners of the pack haven, doing what he usually does when he's not out killing things, thinking about killing things, plotting to kill Robbie's characters. I mean, cleaning his knives, stuff like that. Actually, he has a book. That's right. Tim, he's reading the book Liam gave him.
Liam will look over at Janice and say, "Yeah, looks like we got a party to go to. Rather, a game of Instinct to go to."
He doesn't even look up from the book. I'm busy.
Hey, smartass. We've been invited by the bishop. We all have to go.
He starts
Look.
stomping his feet like a 12-year-old.
Think about this, women. We do well, may get some for Palla Grande.
All right. Just because you guys are going.
All right, cool.
Natalia would just look at Janice. Do you mind if I borrow the shield and the sword you, we acquired recently?
Nah, all yours.
Natalia will just bring the fairly odd-looking medieval-style sword and shield that they acquired recently. Just for the sake of it. All right, then, losers, let's go.
Janice will grab his Bowie knife and the 2 scalps that he's tanned from the 2 red caps that he killed, and then the 3 caps that he collected, and he'll stick them into his belt, and then head along with the rest of them. Hop out, walk out. I assume we're going in a car.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the sake of since everyone's mentioning it, Liam's bringing his knife.
Okay.
Not the knife, just his.
Janice will tap the trunk, and once they pop it, he'll hop in the trunk and close it behind him.
All right, through the power of and the magic of YouTube, we fast forward to a point in time when the packs arrive at what is essentially a sort of like a industrial dock complex that seems has long ago been condemned on the most southern part of the city itself.
All right. I'm assuming that the Sordid Crowns on the right ride both are unpiling from their cars and or vehicles and or whatever method of transportation they used.
Yes, indeed. We have our little vehicle somewhere.
I'm assuming that since it's Ramsey Bolton and Azamisi, they're just kind of driving around on a skin car. Like imagine except it's all skin and bones.
Don't hate
Like
the flavor
literally.
of the game. No, I think it's a pretty normal car, actually. I think, in fact, it will be a kind of a saloon, and one of my ghouls will be driving us both, if that's okay with Gerard.
Mm-hmm.
And they can hear muffled kicking and shouting from the back. And yeah, when we arrive, we'll pull up, and one of my ghouls will get out the front and open the door for Gerard.
We'll get out of the car, looking around. This is a new place for fun activities.
Having the door opened for him by his other ghoul, he will step out and say, "I certainly hope so. It would be good to brush off these cobwebs."
True.
Besides, pack morale is low after the accident in Philadelphia.
From inside, there's only one building that's currently lit. It seems to be lit with firing barrels, so to speak, because you can see sort of the ambient glow of a flame. Not one that looks out of control, mind you, but just in general. You can hear sort of the shouting of a assembled crowd, and you do notice that standing in front of the sort of open aluminum sliding doors is this figure that's roughly about 8 feet tall, covered in what looks to be like just a very ratty collection of rags and various pieces of cloth that obscure its body.
Well, that seems very nice.
Tiamor doesn't seem that doesn't feel like he thinks it's that weird, and he will shall we, my priest? And he will gesture for him to take the lead.
Yes, let us go. And yeah, he will take his bag full of goody goods, and they will enter the building.
And as you get up close to the door, this large hulking figure charges, but immediately stops as it comes to the end of what looks to be a chain around its neck. And
I'm sorry, what was this? Sorry, I didn't catch the description.
An 8-foot tall cloaked figure. It's massive.
Okay. Neat.
And it makes a sort of as it looks at
Tiamor will go to
What an entertaining vocabulary.
Tiamor will go just out of range of where it will be able to swipe or grab him. And he will look it in the eyes and say, "Sit," and use Dominate.
I love Tiamir already.
as long as you don't botch the roll, I'll give it to you.
Look at my dice pool. 3, 6. So yeah, he says, "Sit."
And it sits.
He nods. As if, of course it's set. And yeah, and then he will actually go up to the door and knock.
Oh, the doors are open. Like, you can see in.
It is always nice to see how you handle animals.
My clan are lords of the land and creatures. This one is, well, likely a creation of our clan to begin with. And Tiamor will go up to the frame of the door and stand there.
What is Tim's pack doing, since he apparently is the Ductus?
No, he's not, but all right.
Shut up. You've been designated.
Basically, Liam is there kind of filing out the car. Liam will probably go and you probably saw like a little bit of, what went down to, I'm sorry, Robbie, I don't know how to pronounce your character's name. Tiamir?
I'm not 100%, but that's what I've been going with. Tiamir.
Okay. Yeah, Tiamir, he saw Tiamir's little thing, at least. Saw him, kind of look at the thing. Thing sat down. Wasn't able to hear too much else.
It's sitting there passively growling at you.
You, just everyone in the scene, or just Liam in particular?
Anybody who walks past it.
Okay.
Good to see there's a guard dog. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Natalia will just go to where the others are standing.
Janice will go walking. As he walks by, starts to walk in, he's going to activate Face Sight. Because I'm a dick.
Rub it in. Fucking rub it in.
And he's gonna he's just looking to see if like the chain's magical or any shit like that.
They are. They have some runic symbols on them that glow under Face 8.
Sweet. Okay.
Kind of makes sense considering whatever this thing is, it looks like it's strong enough to probably pull the probably the framework or an iron beam right out of the wall that the chain is actually wrapped around.
Sweet. Okay. All right. He takes a minute and he'll kind of look at it for a minute. Kind of purse his lips around his fangs for a minute and obvious distaste for the bound brother. He leans in at one point and says, "It's okay, brother. One day, all chains will be broken." And then he'll...
How close do you lean to it?
Just to where if he were to lunge for me, he couldn't get me, but low enough to where he could hear me. Hopefully.
It snaps its head forward. Doesn't get up out of the seated position, but it snaps its head forward, and when it does, its cloak still obscures most of it, but you see like this gray ashen skin and these white bony external fangs that sort of come together in almost a perfect like cutting vice, and it snaps within just a few inches of your face.
Okay. Do you need me to roll for anything for that, or are we just rolling with this?
Roll me your courage.
Okay.
Because its mouth is roughly big enough to fit your head with a bit of room on top of it.
Okay. If it's space diff, then it's got 2 10s and a 6.
You're good.
Okay.
We were not shaken by this creature's appearance.
He says, "That's it, brother. Keep the faith." He's walking.
Okay, as long as Janice was cool with that. If Janice was in any way not cool with that, there's going to be another good heaping of dominate.
He was cool. He was cool. If he knows if he was chained up, he'd be pissed too. So
that's fair. Yeah.
So within the warehouse, you can see there's roughly a group of about 15 individuals standing on the catwalks, looking down, sort of shouting and cheering and whatnot as the Cainites arrive. In the center of the warehouse, there is a woman walking back and forth. She is flanked by 2 very large animals. And on the ground in front of her are 2, looks like just 2 sacks. Or perhaps 2 kneeling individuals covered with some kind of like blanket or tarp or whatever you may have. And she opens her hands, looking at a lot of you, and offers a toothy grin. Well, good evening, all of you. Please come in. Come in. Don't stand out there in the cold.
Tiamor will come in.
Yeah, we're gonna come in, I guess.
He will allow the priest to lead.
I'm sorry to hold up the scene, but Robbie, please tell me Teomir's mustache is actually that glorious in character.
That is literally exactly what it looks like.
Okay, awesome.
You can't beat the mustache.
No vicissitude needed.
That mustache has a character sheet of its own. Trust me.
It's one of my goals.
And it is in fact a mustache and not a mustache.
Mustache, 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 mustache.
I have to use animalism to shave it. But yeah, he will come in and let his priest walk first. Naturally, he is accompanied by either side of him his 2 ghouls, one of whom carries his overcoat, and the other who carries his sword.
Yeah. Janice is walking behind his ductus and priest, just because that's how it happens to be at this point. Plus, with his feet and everything, he kind of has to give people a little bit of a berth. He will kind of make his way to one side and just kind of start looking around. Hey, Vinny, I got face eye. What's pretty?
Inside, nothing.
Oh, okay. That kind of raises a brow a little bit. All right.
Welcome, one and all. And she'll step forward. The 2 large hyenas seem to be staying next to the cloaked figures.
Being a wielder of vicissitude, would I recognize its effects upon these 2 hounds?
Oh, absolutely. They are larger than any hyena you've ever seen in a nature documentary or in a zoo. The larger of the two has pronounced fangs, claws, and spikes ridging along its back.
Tiamat will step forward. Say, "Greetings, Bishop. Allow me to introduce the priest, Gerald GbN of the Sordid Crown Pack." He will introduce his priest.
He will bow to the bishop. It is an honor to have been invited, my bishop.
Well, reputations must be built within this city, and I feel that that is an equal opportunity for all packs. And since yours is coming together quite nicely, you seem to be doing quite well for yourself.
We serve.
Well, tonight, take down your adherence to duty somewhat, for tonight is a night of fun, celebration. Tonight is a night to let loose. And then she'll look over at probably Liam first, because Liam is the ductus.
Yeah, that's a thing.
The democracy has spoken.
As Bishop Dove looks over to Liam, Liam will incline his head and say, "Thank you for your invitation, Your Excellency."
I welcome the three of you. I hope that you'll find tonight's festivities to your liking. So, and she brings her hands together. How many of you in here have participated in a game of Instinct?
Janice raises his six-fingered hand and flips up both of the middle ones towards her.
Tiamat will raise his hand kind of smartly. "I have, Your Excellency."
Natalia will raise her hand.
Gerald will raise also a hand.
You know what? I'm gonna roll fate die because I think he's the youngest vampire in the room right now.
Be a snowflake.
All right. Yep.
Embrace the snow.
Overlay go. That's weird. Okay. Liam's hand also goes up.
You can't hide that pretty, Tim. You just can't hide that pretty.
Yeah.
Also, your dice-
Showing your
also-
face is like using presents, man.
Your
Can't-
your dice did not
No,
show up, but
My dice didn't. I would
no.
plus.
That's fine. We'll go forward. We'll just have a designated dice roller for you.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and reload. Okay.
All right.
Keep on going with the scene though.
She looks at the gathered Cainites and smirks. Well, tonight is one of my personal favorites, the rat race. And for your pleasure, I present to you tonight's rats. And she'll just call out, "Raja, Hester," and she'll clap her hands. And the two hyenas, they make their as they make their way up and grab with their teeth the blankets off of each individual. A young woman and a young man.
Oh God! Ah.
Their arms held together by zip ties. They look a little roughed up, but not so much that they're damaged.
Where? What the fuck? Oh my God! What the fuck is this? This is a dream. This is a dream. This is a nightmare.
Your wish has had as much as mine, you know it's not a dream.
God.
Janice leans over to Liam. Can you shut that up before I have to?
Hey, they're, some of the battering from them is part of the game, you know?
Yeah. Also,
Janice
Like
rolls his eyes.
I assume this is a whisper, Liam will say. I think the bishop may take some
Yes.
exception if I just walk up and start dominating dudes.
He shrugs.
So, my little cattle, how are we doing this evening? Was your ride over in the trunk of my servant's cars agreeable?
Just staring up at her in horror.
You kidnapped us. Of course it wasn't pleasant.
That's unfortunate. I'll have to make sure that the accommodations next time are more suitable. So, I am here tonight to tell you two that you have a chance to earn your freedom.
What?
How?
Well, it's quite simple. I am going to give each of you 2 weapons, and I'm going to throw you down into these, and she'll gesture to what looks to be like a large sort of like a door in the floor, basically.
What do you mean give us weapons? Just let us go.
I can just. We can go home. We'll never talk about this. We'll never talk about this if that's what you want. I mean, just let us go. I won't call the police. I won't. No one. It'll go with me to my grave.
Liam, isn't it normal for them to first speak of money and then they're not going to do anything, or is it the other way around?
Yeah, normally people are just like, I'll give you anything you want. Like, they went straight to
yeah,
Wayne
got money and stuff like that. Isn't that not the first one? Yeah, never mind.
They've been in captivity for a few days. They may have already gone through the various spiels, and now they're down at the bottom of their barrels. Hard to say, really. And she'll sort of pat, what's her name? Her name is Cora? Yes, it is.
Cora.
She'll pat Cora in the face as Hester, the large hyena, larger of the 2 hyenas, sort of snickers around just behind her, its snout very close to the back of her head. So, what's your name, darling?
My name? Why do you care what my name is? Just...
Well, I mean, I'd like to know, or I could just feed you to my pets and ruin tonight's festivities.
What?
And from behind her, she hears...
She will try and shuffle, if she can, away from the cackling hyenas. But my name is Cora, okay? Just let us go.
She'll
Let us
take
go.
Cora's bottom jaw in between her right hand and just kind of give it a bit of a squeeze. See, was that so hard? And she'll stand up and walk over to the young man and the smaller of the 2 hyenas, who's about the size of a regular hyena, give or take, named Roger, is sort of...
Yeah, I'm watching the hyena laughter is just sending chills up and down me. And I'm like watching as I'm like waiting. It's like, oh god, we're gonna be eaten. We're gonna be eaten by these fucking things.
What's your name, young man?
It's Preston. Preston's my name. Look, I don't think this is really all that necessary for all of this.
You don't understand. This is a very sacred event for the gathered that you can see around you. It's very necessary. Which is why you actually have a opportunity tonight to make it out somewhat undamaged. Maybe. So this is what's going to happen to a lot of you. And she'll pull a knife out from her waist. I'm going to cut these off of you. You're going to calmly walk over to the door, and one of my retainers will open it for you. And the two of you will each get a head start by about 10 minutes. You see, the far end of this little maze that you'll be going through leads into a very nice, lavish room with the exit nice, wide, and open. If you can make it there. She shrugs. Freedom is yours. You'll be able to step out there unmolested.
Okay. You said that we needed weapons?
Oh, yeah.
Why do we need the weapons?
She'll look behind her to see what the gathered Cainites are doing, if they're making their war faces or not.
Janus will pull his scarf down, exposing his monstrous appearance and his permanent fangs. And he'll turn his baseball cap around and just smile at Preston.
I've got an awful idea. Vinny, as Preston and Cora look over, I'm going to roll manipulation subterfuge.
Go for it.
I just want to see how it goes. All right.
With your respective
Preston.
dice pools, if the two victims wish to roll to see through that, or if they wish to just be caught up in it, it is up to them.
Yep. If you want to roll against it, it's all good.
Well,
depending on how the...
Yeah, I think I'll just get caught up with it. We'll see if I calm down later.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she's just seen fucking monsters. This
This is a dream. I'm losing my mind. This is just a bad dream. I'm just gonna have to roll with it.
Preston though, and say, I think they're a cult.
They said there was a ritual. Maybe it's... Oh God, it's true.
What I'll throw out then, what Liam is communicating, he's already working on this game and it's so bad. Cora, Preston, he doesn't want to be here either. He looks like he wants to help you.
Oh, you bastard.
That one doesn't look like a monster. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he'd be willing to help us. Maybe.
Shh! Not now. They're a cult. They're all...
You know, speculating in front of your captors is, out loud at least, not exactly something I would consider very intelligent in a situation like this.
Oh, shit.
Or, I guess for her part, Tiomir and Gerard are kind of selecting which weapon we're going with.
Tiomir will take the hilt from his offered sword from his ghoul and pull it out, and he'll be doing very kind of old man warm-up stretches.
Well, Gerard just takes out a very graphic axe that you would think is it an axe from World of Warcraft or some shit?
Natalia will also ready her fucking medieval shield and sword, which also looks very out of place and weird.
As they do this, the 15 or so gathered individuals up in the catwalk start cheering and howling and stamping their feet on the metal grating, kicking up quite a ruckus.
Janus will pull his rather large-looking Bowie-style knife out, and the two humans will notice that he is currently cleaning it on what appears to be two scalps that are attached to his belt. And then he will turn around and start playing to the crowd, shouting loudly, raising his hands over his head.
Use the knife! Use the knife! A bat gets thrown down from the catwalks. Bash their skulls in! Somebody throws down a chain. Beat them to death!
All right, Liam, for his part, he is going to pull out his knife, and all he will do is add a tremble to the knife hand, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I don't want to do this. Or do I?
Look what you're making me do!
I didn't want to be a monster. And from those catwalks, they like the cheering starts evolving into a rhythmic sort of as they take their pipes and chains and whatnot and start banging them on the metal catwalks.
Can I aura perceive the crowd upstairs looking for hue of the aura to see if they're kindred, essentially?
Sure, go for it.
Ooh, 4 successes.
They are human.
Janice will walk over and pick up the baseball bat and the chain that were thrown down. And
Some of them start cheering something fierce.
He'll walk over and he'll drop the chain at the girl's feet. And then he extends the bat hilt first towards Preston and smiles, but he's still holding it.
Unfortunately, can't grab it. I'm still tied up.
Dove will look at him. Now remember, if you try to run, and she'll get very close, her voice gets a bit more deep, the cheery demeanor just washes away from her. Not only will I kill you, I will hunt down your family. I will hunt down your friends. And I will use them in your stead.
God, it is true. They really do control all of us. They really do control all of us. Okay, sure. I won't run.
Attaboy. And she'll pat him on the cheek and use the knife to cut his binds off.
And I don't run. At first I'm running my wrist for a moment, trying to feel the blood flow again, and look at the bat's hilt still there, and I look up at the monster, for lack of a better term, in front of me, and I reach out and I grab the bat and I pull it tight to me, so my only fucking life preserver.
Janice will wink at him and purse his lips as if giving him a kiss, and then walk back over towards his pack.
She will then make her way over to Cora. Look Cora over. Are we going to run, dearie?
Are you gonna just do all those things you said to him, won't you?
She kind of takes her an unneeded breath in between her teeth. What a great prognosticator you are.
Just do your stupid game. I'll do it.
That's the spirit. Like I said, if all goes well, it'll be over before you know it, and you'll be on your way home. Won't that be nice?
Janice, if he can, will try to catch Cora's eye while she's saying this to him. He's just going to slowly shake his head in the negative.
Damn!
You don't go anywhere near my home. You leave my home alone.
She'll cut the binds and then bring Cora up to her feet. I want you both, and she'll look over at Preston. I want you both, and she'll poke the side of Cora's head, to think happy thoughts. Keep the image of your family and your friends and seeing them again in your head. Don't let it go. Not for a minute. Because they might be the last things you remember. And she smirks, and she snaps her fingers, and a man makes his way over from the shadows He seems to be dressed in, just a sweater and jeans. Gerard, I need 2 pieces. Yes, 2 pieces. He nods and walks over to a table, and he picks up 2 pistols. And 2 are and an extra magazine for each of them, and walks them over and brings them and puts them in the hands of Cora and Preston. Level playing field.
I'm actually taking a moment. It's the only thing that's keeping me at least sane as I'm looking over at the gun here, pop the magazine, looking at it, testing the weight before putting it back in, stuffing one of them in the pockets. And for the first time, they seem almost the hand feels a lot steadier than most. The rest of my body's trembling, but the hands holding the gun is steady, like it's comforting.
Yeah. Does he look trained, out of curiosity?
If you have firearms, roll me your intelligence or perception firearms.
Ooh.
I don't have firearms, but I cannot roll it at a higher...
Sure. Remember that firearms is a skill, so it's -1 dice.
Okay. So you say perception firearm?
He has never fired a gun in his life, I'm sure.
I have probably 2 seconds.
Very good, my friend. Very good. For Tor, I'm gonna have problems with that too. Teomir and Liam. Both of you can tell that by the way he handles it, he knows what he's doing well enough that he's not untrained. He's probably at least been to a firing range at least once or twice a year, by the looks of it.
Good to see. He appears to know how to handle a gun. At least this will be sport and not torture.
As Liam sees that, he will nod to Preston, hand still shaking with the knife.
Whereas Cora looking down at the gun, pretty horrified at holding a gun. She's like messing with the weight. It's clearly like it looks like it's heavier than she thought it was supposed to be. People always have these wave them around. How do they wave these things around?
I'm going to do something. Can I? Natalia will just move a little, so she will try to get a look at Cora. Just kneel down a little and just look in her eyes. And I'm going to use something. That is an enchantment roll, entrancement. And that would be depending on her current willpower. I don't know what her current willpower is.
She has a willpower of 5.
That would be 2 successes.
All right. So, Cora, it's been a while since I've used presents, so give me a moment.
It is for 1 day, so.
She can spend a willpower and roll difficulty 8 to resist. If she wants to.
Cora, you feel a wash of this woman's cult of personality coming over you. Please roll to resist.
I think that's willpower diff 8.
Mm-hmm.
No, that would be a botch.
Nope, that's just a fail.
No, that's a straight fail.
You have a success.
Straight fail.
You don't resist.
Yeah. It's only when you have no successes and ones that's when it's a real botch.
Yeah.
Well, these guys over here, they look like they may be able to help you.
There's clearly the monster standing near 2 people, one of which seemed hesitant, and the other one seems to be enthralling somehow, or
Obviously, they control that monster, so they can help you.
Oh, Natalie or Natalia.
Oh,
Dove
boy.
stands up and her head tilts back and she just takes a breath in through her nose and then looks directly at you. Are we going to spoil the fun before it even gets started?
I'm sorry. She will look. She doesn't take really any position like a grown up. It looks like a child who's just been caught with like the hand in the cookie jar. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not.
Natalia.
I just want to make
She
you
holds up
proud.
her hand and waves her over. Come here.
I'm sorry. She comes over like a beaten dog.
Tiamor is sneering at this snivelry.
Yeah.
She'll take a hand and put it on the back of Natalia's neck and resting her arm on the Cainite's shoulder. What did you do?
I just wanted her to know that she could trust me. She smiles.
Hmm. Did you use the power of presence?
Yes.
Okay. Did you mesmerize her, dear?
No.
What did you do?
Just
Come now.
transmit.
Speak up.
In transmit. I know I'm not supposed to. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make you proud. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I will
Shh. Listen to me. We're gonna turn that frown upside down, and we're gonna make the best of this. I want you, and she'll whisper into Natalie's ear, and Peter, I will send you something through the Google chat.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Or the Facebook.
No, in the actual Google chat, I'm sending you a private message.
Oh, can
Mind if I get an eavesdrop roll?
You won't need it.
Tiamor looks disgusted at the idea you cheat. His face just says, peasant.
Yeah. The road has the same kind of flow.
And she'll step away from Natalia. Go ahead.
Would there be something special implied, or is it more of an open suggestion of how it could be done?
You can roll perception empathy on Bishop Dove.
Because she does have a. What is that? That is 5. That's 2 successes.
Okay. All right. She seems to be observing you, so more than likely what she is doing is to see how you turn this sort of, not a fatal mistake, but more of a faux pas, how you turn it into something that's going to keep the spirit of the game alive.
Natalia just bows her head, nods, and she will take the sword and she will carve out a chunk of her left side and of her right side, inflicting 3 points of lethal damage to herself.
Oh, no. Peter, what she meant was tell that to Cora. Instruct Cora now that she's entranced by you.
Okay. She just looks, and she just says, "I will not help you. I am the one who should be fearing the most. You may feel otherwise, but I am the one who should be most afraid of. Do you understand, bitch?"
What? She looks confused and slightly in pain. She wants so much to trust someone, but
Natalia bares her fangs at her. She doesn't use Dreadgaze because she doesn't want her to flee in panic, but she just, like, her fangs come out and just, do you understand? Speak up.
Yes.
See me, you have to run, even if it is into others.
Yes. Run. Okay.
Or kill me, if you can. And she will get up and look at Dove.
All right, that's good. That's good enough. All right. While the lot of you are waiting, she'll gesture to the assembled Cainites. She'll gesture to the table where the pistols and a rack of other weapons are. There are also seeming to be, looks like to be a punch bowl filled with a red punch of some kind. Please, top yourselves off. And her servant will take the two individuals down the stairs into the catacombs. They will open up the gated doors, one to the left, one to the right, with 5 in between. And they will give them a flashlight. They will have their... Preston has his bat and his gun, and as Cora gets down to the bottom of the stairwell, she'll see just inside the gated door a chainsaw. Now, the two of you, I want you to listen closely. There are a myriad of weapons down here that you can use to your advantage. They will also have access to those weapons. There are also surprises and dangers around every corner. So I want the two of you to be on your toes and try and do as well as you possibly can. And if it all goes well, I'll see you at the end of this. Now, she'll shove Cora into her corridor, and she'll shove Preston into his, and she will lock the doors behind them.
Back at the table, Tiomir will have gone over and poured some wine into glasses for the other kindred and offered them round so we can have a little cheers before we head off.
You meant Cainites, right?
He hasn't said anything, but yes, Robbie certainly does not want the kindred.
Filthy heretic.
I had the same problem when I started playing Kami games. I kept calling everyone Cainites. His training is good. Back in the old country, we do hunting to teach the boys how to prepare for war. It will bring us closer together, and he will raise his glass. He will say, Nazdrovi.
Natalia will just look at him and just respond in kind, and she will, in Russian, say, "May the best man win," which I cannot do.
He does not speak Russian, he speaks Czech.
All right.
But yeah. I don't know how similar they are, if they could maybe tell slightly, but
I think there's like slight similarities. You may be able to pick out a few words.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case scenario, you can roll perception empathy, and if you botch, she was talking shit to you, to your face.
I will take that wager. No, pass. And he will recognize Russian, although he does not speak it, and nod to her.
Yeah, and everyone, I'm quite sorry. It's smart to cheat. It's very, very dumb to be found out. But I hope everyone will be okay with it.
Only those who have no confidence in their abilities stoop to cheating.
And those who want a hand up, but oh well.
Don't worry. They'll earn that respect back.
We all fight with the weapons that we have.
Amuj, if the other bishop wishes to make a cameo, he may at this point.
I think nearly all of them is there. He is not. He's among the watchers. He is watching everybody, and he looks. His gangrel eyes are there. His claws is not there. Tim would like the not the Tim. I'm sorry, Tim's character can see the claws are not there this time. He is watching with really intense eyes. You guys don't know his intention, but his intention seems serious.
All right. Liam won't like. I mean, if he gets close to Bishop Connolly, he will, at least nod to him, greet him with Your Excellency. But
He wasn't close, but if you want to talk to him, please.
nah. Like first time he rolled up on this dude, it was on a roof, and he had fucking protein claws active. This guy don't seem friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
And Liam values all of his health levels. So he'll go ahead and top off, since that would, I assume Bishop Dove just kind of had hella vitae out for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Hi.
Yeah,
All right, so as the festivities start to come to a head, as Dove, her ghoul, and Hester and Roger come back up the stairs with her, the people on the catwalks begin to again bang their pipes onto the floor of the grating, and this rhythmic pounding starts, and it is followed by them chanting Sabbat Volt, Sabbat Volt, and it gets louder and louder and louder until they're shouting. And Dove will come up and simply look at the two groups. She'll point at Ductus Liam's pack. You'll be going to the west. And she'll look over at Tiamir and Gerard, and simply you'll be going east.
The east favors me.
As you wish, Your Excellency.
Now, go.
Yep. Axe and shield. Let's go. On Z's weight.
Yep. Once Liam's heard the word, Waven, Janice, and Natalia, they're heading out.
TMA will do the same and act on. Is it dark in the tunnels?
There are flashlights set on tables down in the down near the tunnels for you.
Damn it,
You will not
it's
take.
controllable night sight on this character.
TMA will activate
Janice.
heightened senses, both hearing and sight.
Janice will follow his Ductus and Priest as they leave. But as they start to, right before they go out of sight, he'll catch Bishop Dove's eye and give her a wink, and then disappear around the corner.
She smirks. And as the Cainites descend, she'll cross her arms and look back over her shoulder at Bishop Connolly. Well, what do you think?
He looks towards the he looks towards the one person, which is the Darcy that he was looking after Gerard, the one true, and he nods towards him, and he looks at Gerard, and then he looks at Natalie, and then he looks at the Da, and he touches his nose, after looking at Natalie, and he just shakes his head.
She's getting into it with her pack, but it might just there might just be a little bit of a little bit of shame in her face as she enters.
Well, let's see how they do. I had some friends install. Then she'll hold out her phone. She'll click on an app, and there seems to be a camera feed. Would you like to watch with me, or are you going to go off and do your own thing again tonight?
I will let you watch.
Of course you would. And so, our intrepid heroes? Oh, villains, who knows? We will start over on the east side. If Cora wouldn't mind enrolling her Dex Athletics for me, she will be considered to have an extra 4 successes on this roll for her head start.
She gets 1 success.
All right, so she's a good ways ahead of the pack of Sabbat that's on her, or the 2 Sabbat that are on her tail. Cora, all you have is that flashlight, and you are in these narrow corridors with no real sense of direction, no direction of how to get where you're going. You are, in fact, a rat in a maze. Cora, if you wouldn't mind rolling me your perception and alertness.
She's pretty aware.
All right. You can feel a draft coming from some tunnels and some twists and turns, for sure. And that draft has to be the way out.
Yep, she will stagger in that direction because going back is no option.
All right. And did she pick up the chainsaw?
She will pick up anything she can find.
All right, then. Let's go with Tormir and Gerard. Go ahead and roll me your perception and alertness first to see if you can track her.
Mm-hmm. Do I get less difficulty for having Auspex?
Yeah. -2 diff.
Okay. I have 4 successes.
3. Now I wish I had dogs. I'll need them.
All right, you both can just get a wave of sensation from these catacombs. They are dark, they are dank, they are stale. There's definitely the smell of death down here. But moreover is you get the scent of fear. Or at least, well, Tormir gets the scent of fear.
This way, follow. I did not realize this was pack versus pack. I thought it would be individual. It is even more important that we succeed.
True enough.
All right, now make me your Dex Athletic checks to see if you can catch up with her. She has 5 successes.
Athletics, yeah.
I have 3 successes.
All right.
3 successes.
All right. Cora, as you're making your way through, you can hear the sounds of echoing footsteps in the tunnels behind you.
Oh god. Oh god.
And let's see here. Holy shit!
That's
All them pluses.
yeah.
Damn!
That's either very good or very terrible.
You find a
Fate.
flamethrower.
Fate has favored you, my child.
Cora, as you
No,
round a corner, you find sort of like a void space, almost like a little alcove. And sitting in the alcove are 3 red glow sticks on the ground, around a crate covered with a looks to be like a cloth.
Yeah, okay. Maybe this will help. But maybe I should keep running. No. What's in the box? Maybe it'll help. Maybe I can... Yeah, she will be indecisive, but she will go and try and rip open the box. See if she...
Alright,
Maybe
you
they
pull
left some...
the cloth off, and there's just a lot of of that packing sort of straw in there. But sitting on it is a small little box with these small little bullets in it that have these red caps on them and what looks to be a 38 special. A small little snub-nosed pistol. Looks like a little pea shooter. But those bullets, there's 6 of them.
Great. She will grab it, trying to juggle a chainsaw and a gun. But yeah, she will grab it and try and take it with her somehow.
Okay. In doing so, you will have to leave behind the 9mm with more rounds. It's up to you which one you wish to take.
Which one is easier to carry with the chainsaw?
The snub nose, by and large.
She will take the snub nose then, because yeah, she wants to make sure she has something.
All right. And I will roll for our assorted crowns.
So this is gonna be fun.
Tormir, when you come around the corner, you find a very similar alcove with glow sticks.
He didn't pick up any of the weapons in the main area, and I don't think he's going to now. He's got his sword and his old Luger.
Mhm.
And yeah, he'll just keep jogging,
Okay.
keeping his eyes and ears out.
All right then. Gerard, do you want to try the box?
I mean, in JC, yeah, I have an axe and a shield. I can't carry any more shit.
Okay.
And the true lord only use the weapons that he took upon himself to use.
All right. If you would please,
High score?
Cora and the Sorted Crowns, please make me your Dex Athletic rolls.
Only 2 successes.
Just the one.
Cora, if you would please roll me 5 dice.
Yes. Sorry. I want to do it. Roll. 3.
Oh wow! All right, Cora, you still manage to stay pretty far ahead of them, and you actually make it to this little spot. Sort of an open area with high arch ceilings. On the far end, there are 3 doors. One that goes left, one that goes right, and one that goes in the center. There is a note hanging sort of like on a banner painted in probably, at least you hope, red paint that says, "The key is somewhere in this room. Find it if you dare. Find it or fight."
She will run to the door straight in front of her and try that first, because there's a door.
Door's locked.
Shit. And then, yeah, she will scrabble around and try and see, just kind of panickedly looking, is there anything else that could hold a key?
There are 12 total boxes with glow sticks around them. Roll me a d12.
I can do this. 3.
All right, take a look here. All right. You open up box 3, and there's nothing on the top. There's just more of that packing straw.
Fuck. Then yeah, she's gonna keep grabbing boxes because she has no other option at this point.
All right. Roll me another d12.
I'm guessing I can't have 3 again.
Well, you can search inside the box. If there's a key, it's probably at the bottom of the box.
Rational thought is not so rational right now. It is more just randomly throwing open the lids of boxes.
Okay. In box 10, again, nothing on the surface.
We will try at least one more box before she starts digging. But
Right.
yeah, box 12.
Box 12 has a key sitting right on the top.
She grabs it and tries to jam the key in the lock of the closest door.
Left, right, or center? Make a choice.
The right door.
All right. The right door opens. Your lock does work. This is what you see in front of you. Claustrophobic corridors lined with rocks and skulls.
What creepy, psychotic cult. Fuck. That's still the way out. That is still a way out.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Crowns, you are now within earshot. You can hear her scuffling and whatnot at this point.
He will, Tiomir will shout out, "Come out, my dear. There is no point resisting."
Actually, I would counter-argue that there is a point resisting.
Not for us.
Hmm.
Come out, my dear.
Got
We will make this painless, do not worry. Your suffering will be over. We are not sadists like the others.
She is now
One
scrabbling
swift
around,
death.
trying to shove bullets into the gun.
Okay. In doing that, they will make it into the room and they can see you in the doorway of
Roll
the
for
skull
initiative.
corridor. She will get her gun loaded, and yes, roll for initiative.
A1. Oh. Also.
So,
Cora goes on a 7.
Moose,
Oh, man.
guess how much?
12.
Yeah. Well, I've been rolling 12 for all my dice roll for initiative.
Did we just get 3 1s?
Oh no.
I got
He's
one.
just been. Damien has just been getting he has had rolled 3 initiatives and all of them have been 12.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird.
Yay!
All right, so Ian is at a 12. Robbie
9.
is at a 9.
Mhm.
And is at a 7. And I will roll initiative as well.
Oh.
Well, that's not ominous as fuck.
Do.
Oh, you didn't know? It's infested by zombies.
All right. So, as you all are getting ready there, as you all are squaring off with each other, from that corridor, you hear this echoing, "Hoof, hoof," and running in, you see this.
Doggies! Doggos.
And it seems to be growling and snarling at all three of you.
Murder.
And I will roll to see who it attacks first. Okay, Tormir.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to bite you.
It's really good. I will declare I will spend a point of blood and celerity. I'll probably dodge.
It gets... Oh, wait, that's in Werewolf. It gets no successes.
Yeah,
Fair.
it licks your arm.
I will not then.
All right. Gerard, it is your turn.
Well, I mean, I know that my Zamisi colleague can handle a poor dog. So, I will go for the nice lady. So, am I at charting distance, or will I need to make basically a whole turn to get to her? Which I think would probably be the latter.
You're a very good prognosticator, sir.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's going to advance. I guess still keeping an eye on the dog, because you never know. The dog might think, hey, you know what? I'm going to attack you now. But yeah.
All right.
He's going to her direction with his shield raised, because he's pretty sure she's going to try to shoot at him. You know.
All right, Cora, it's your go.
Well, the dog's not attacking me, but there is something running. The half-naked man with scars is running at me with a sword. So she will try and shoot him.
All right.
That is.
Oh,
Wow.
5
That's a nice roll.
Fuck you, doggy.
No, not the doggy. This is not the doggy. The doggy's not attacking her.
Fuck you, Gerard. Go ahead and roll. The base damage of this weapon is 4. So add your successes onto that, and if you get any 10s, let me know.
Oh no! It's that thing about.
There's a 10.
So one of the 10s is cancelled out, but there is one 10
All right.
and one 6. So 2 successes, one of which is a 10.
All right, Gerard, can you soak Ag?
You can.
Well, yes, I can.
All right, so soak 2. You're gonna soak 1 normal bashing and then 1 point of Ag, because as she fires from the stub nose of that pistol, a shower of flaming sparks come directly at you, and of course, you know what the two of you will have to roll after that.
Okay, so basically, also since I'm using that gift, I will not think that he is using his leather jacket, which he would have done. But since I chose that gift, I will go full ham with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please, going shirtless. That's glorious.
Yeah, he's going shirtless with his axe and shield. So
your
okay,
your mentor is so proud.
Okay, so Vinny, first I have to soak a bashing.
Yep, soak the bashing.
Yeah,
Well-
I think the bashing is fine.
You're fine. Roll your Ag.
Okay.
Only 42.
I don't care.
All right. Both of you, please roll your courage difficulty 7.
Vinny, what am I
Hey,
rolling?
I failed.
You don't need to roll anything. You're not inherently afraid of fire.
Cool.
Hey,
I
my
pass with 2 dice.
Damn, he's so fired, but he's still scared shitless of it.
All right, so
Damn.
this is the way this all goes down. She points the gun, fires, does nothing to damage him, but all of a sudden, he just drops his weapons and goes, "Ah!" and runs away
Who does that?
as he drops into a Rotstrek frenzy.
Who into Russia?
That would be Gerard.
The ventral.
He
As
he's
the
not
sparks
happy.
sort of roll across the ground and, little bits of fire come here and there. Tormir, it is now your turn.
So
For celerity.
with my first action, he's going to look the dog in the eye and use animalism level 1.
All right.
And say something along the line, basically say, "Submit. I am not your prey." Probably 2 successes. The difficulty to command dogs is, or
Difficulty-
predatory animals is difficulty 6.
All right. For the next 2 turns, it will not attack you.
Good. And with my celerity action, he will shoot the woman. He's a nice guy like that.
Sure.
So he has like an old heavy, basically like an old Prussian Luger.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's just going to go for the body shot. Boom. 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right. Roll your damage. God damn!
7 lethal.
Well,
All right. Well, Cora, I will let you have a nice cinematic death as you get shot in the chest, through the lung, and the heart.
Vinny?
Mhm.
There's a detail, however. I can spend the willpower to ignore the effect for 1 turn. For a rush wreck.
I think to ignore it the turn you roll, you have to spend it on the roll, though.
No, because it says if you fail, you can spend the willpower to ignore for 1 turn. So it wouldn't be spend it, because otherwise it would be an automatic success.
For the purposes, I mean, it all happens so quick. Yeah, you can ignore it for this turn. That's fine. But
Yeah, no. I mean, I can run away after, but no way I'm running for that.
so, Cora,
Cora will go down, riddled with bullets, spitting blood, and the only thing they will hear her say is, "I'm sorry, Tommy, I'm not." And that's it.
Tiamat looks. Of course, this is how it happened. And he is going to actually use. He's going to turn his animalism use with his next actions. The dog will attack me. He's going to basically keep using animalism on it to make the creature submit to him as a continuous action, if possible.
I'll just give it to you because you know that the purpose of a rat race is to drain the person dry. And that is your prey.
Oh, okay. Sure. So he will do that to the dog, and then he will go over and scuffle the dog's head. And I believe Gerard will be back by then, at least.
Yeah. The flames die down very quick with Dragon's Breath rounds. There's only so much phosphorus or whatever it is that causes it to burn. So, Cora, your family will wait for days and days and days. I will roll, or actually, you know what, Cora, roll me 4 fate dice to see if they ever find your body. Give them some closure.
Hunters. Nope.
Nope, little Tommy will never know what happened to his mother. He'll have to go live with some aunt in the country.
Just another statistic in Gotham City. All right, so as the Crowns claim their victory over the woman with pumpkin spice running through her veins, we cut over to Preston.
Mm.
Go ahead and roll me your Dex Athletics, your Perception and Alertness, followed by your Dex Athletics.
All right. Perception, alertness, roll in 1, 2, and 3. 4 successes if it's a difficulty of 6.
Wow. Okay, so with 4 successes, you are able to determine that the draft is probably a misnomer because it smells somewhat stale. Probably coming from like an exhaust from a building somewhere nearby. What you do find is you find pipes along the ceiling that look like drainage because they all have arrows pointing in the same direction.
Trying to remember. Drainage. Drainage is the way out. Wherever it's going, it has to go out somewhere. So if I follow those arrows, I'm gonna have to be careful, though. At least I have already an idea of what I need to do in case I hear them coming up on me. So I start moving along the way of those arrows, following down.
Unfortunately, you do not find any red crates.
Oh, that's fine. 4 successes when the 1 cancels out one of the 10 for my athletics.
All right, damn.
4 successes, yeah.
All right,
Preston's rocking it right now.
You are lucky enough that you find a very straight passageway. It looks like an old subway tunnel that never got finished.
Okay.
So, we will go to Ductus Kennedy's pack. Ductus Kennedy.
All right, so
each one of you guys go ahead and roll your perception and alertness to track.
If one has aspects of 2, does this affect the difficulty, or would one be able to do aura perception and see where the person is at the moment?
Aura perception wouldn't really apply here, but your heightened senses certainly would.
All
Does
right.
attentive apply?
Yes.
All right, so I have 5.
Kennedy has 3. 2. All right, Natalia, you can kind of see where his footsteps lead off from the corridor off to the west. Kennedy, you can see some disturb, some of the wall, sort of like the soot or the dirt on the wall has been disturbed recently, with like someone brushing up against it with their hand or whatnot. Oh, Janice, I knew this was going to be a thing with you. Janice, you can smell him. You can smell this paranoid, but not. You smell the paranoid almost like it's in the air, that paranoid sense of fight rather than flight. It's almost palpable.
Janice kind of sniffs the air, looks around, looks over at Natalie, smiles, and starts just kind of casually walking in a certain direction. He'll pull out his knife and just start dragging it along the wall.
Natalie will follow him. She's very much feeling kinship with him.
Liam's gonna pipe up and say, "Hold on, guys, I've got an idea on this one." They were legitimately openly mentioning something about trusting me, or at least I may be a way out.
Just a question: if one was to point, this one is to we're to roll our Dex Athletics, right?
Dex Athletics to follow him. Yes.
Yes. Liam, say, let's do the route of non-aggression to get close, and then once we've got him, then we've got him.
My question is, if one spends 2 blood points in celerity, would that count as successes, or would that count as being faster and having an easier time catching up with him?
Basic. But unfortunately, nope. Okay. All right. So, you guys come around into this room where there are chem lights in a circle, but there's nothing in the circle. Michael, if you please.
There is the sound of a lighter going flick, and then something goes flying past right over your head from a distance. And suddenly, it's that moment with your heightened senses that maybe it's for some light moment of some subtle bit of humanity, as one of you had been smelling me. You take that sniff in, and it's that moment right before the lighter goes over, you smell gas.
This is going to be quite interesting, man. Liam,
how many of you guys can soak aggravated damage?
I can.
I cannot.
All right, then. What is going to happen? Oh, man, this is going to be brutal.
Welcome to Priscus!
Welcome to Project Priscus. Soak
I'm
me.
sorry, Harkness. You're a good cat.
Soak me 5 levels of aggravated damage as this gas vein, this natural gas vein, goes poof.
So it's just our levels of fortitude that we can roll, correct?
Yeah.
Unless you're wearing any armor.
I've got like a basic jacket on and shit, and I think that gives an armor rating of a 1.
It is better than nothing.
I have armor as well.
Yeah, I don't suck anything.
Oh. I'll deal with you in just a moment.
Yeah, I soak 1.
You take 4.
I soak 2.
You take 3. 5, 4, 3. It seems fitting.
You're all on fucking fire.
Boom.
Yeah.
The explosion happens. Janice, or actually all of you, please roll me your self-control, difficulty 9.
Oh, is this self-control or courage?
Or, I'm sorry, courage.
Okay. I'll drop that willpower because fuck this. Hey, 2 successes.
You somehow managed to hold your shit together, as well as Natalie and Janice.
What am I rolling?
Your courage.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So this is the option. You have.
Difficulty 9, remember.
Oh, difficulty 9. Oh, never mind.
Do you wish to spend your willpower point?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is the point where you guys have a decision. You guys can spend an entire turn pulling off your burning jackets and hats and everything to avoid getting burn damage your next turn.
How much burn damage is it going to be?
3 per turn.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Janice is going to stop, drop, and roll. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to do that myself. Can Liam see Preston at all at this point?
That depends. Preston, did you decide to run, or are you going to fight?
I'm going to actually, since they're at that helpless moment, and I'm in this moment of like, I'm not going to let these fucking lizard men control my life anymore. I'm actually going to wheel around with the gun, and I am going to start popping them while they're distracted in their whole kind of thing.
All right.
All right, so
you get 1 free round, but go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
let's do this.
Ooh, an 8 plus 3, so I'm at 11.
You do have Wits and Dex. Don't forget that, man.
Oh, okay. Then that's well, that's even higher then.
14. You're at a
Paula,
14.
we got the violent motherfucker. All right.
Yeah. I was so scared before, but now I'm in my element. Give me a gun, damn it. We're done. Yeah.
America.
God damn it! That's the proper moment where we found out that Preston was a young member of the NRA.
That's the thing. Me and Vince were actually talking about that before when I was when we were building the guy. I was like, you know what? This actually works. Let's do this.
Granted that 90% of this character was created by fakenamegenerator.com. By the way, fakenamegenerator.com. If you happen to see this, if you want to,
All right.
It's great, and it inspired Preston today, so you can thank that. So, okay, so I got a 14, but I have a free round as of right now because they're all doing stuff. So
put your initiative in your counter, please, and in the chat.
Mine's in the counter. I'll put it in the chat.
I'll put mine on the counter. Sorry, 1 moment.
This is going to take so many pizza delivery guys to kill this egg.
Could be worse. You could be in Italia right now.
Well, Natalia's gotten one more ag in 2 rounds before, so no problem.
So they're all burnt. They're all horribly burnt. So I can't really tell who's who. Like who's really the one that looks the more monstrous out of all of them, or anything like that. But I'm going to take the opportunity. The one that's rolling on the ground, stop, drop, roll. That's the easiest target. I don't want him getting back up. So gun right to head as he's rolling around, and
There's a guy who looks monstrous. Just saying.
He's on fire.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't think you can make that out by this point.
Yeah. There's a lot of shell shock going around. I'm going with my easiest target first because I don't want this guy getting back up, and then I can worry about the other 2 who are just stripping at the moment, and then I can pick them off.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. Any bonuses since he's on the ground helpless, or
if you were a PC, I would say absolutely, but because
I'm just a lowly NPC. No worries. Let's roll my firearms, and that is 2 successes to the head.
Right. So your base damage on that weapon is 5. So go ahead and roll 6 dice.
6 dice.
Yeah, we definitely got the badass.
Unfortunately, no successes.
Yay!
See, it must have rolled too wildly out of the way.
Yeah. Well, fire will do that to a vampire.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody stands back up. We are now in initiative, and it looks like JC gets to go first.
Yeah. F that guy. Spins a blood for celerity and stabs him in the throat.
Oh, God.
All shot or just a...
Nah, I'm just going to stab him. Oh, look at that. 2, 3, 4.
All right. Go ahead and roll your strength plus 1 lethal.
Plus the 3 successes, right?
Obviously.
Okay. All right.
Yep, no.
Four.
All right, so Preston, he takes his knife, stabs you or cuts you with it pretty deep. Being unable to soak lethal as you are lowly human, that is pretty severe, and that is more damage than your stamina. So you are currently sort of standing there doing your best impression of a stab victim in a movie.
Just
blood's pouring out of my mouth. It's staining my teeth, and I can feel vomit and bile behind it too. It's
God, that's not
Sound effects are the best.
And Liam, it's your turn.
Liam's go. All right, so this guy's stunned, right?
This guy's stunned. He is the motherfucker that set you all on fire.
All right.
Natalia up. If she was pretty, she ain't pretty no more.
Yep. He's gonna go for it.
I am the beholder. She's beautiful to me.
If Liam goes for a bite, could he initiate the kiss in this round?
Yes, you can.
I think. Never mind. Go on.
Oh, sorry. Did I hear a disagreement with that?
Oh no! Go on. It's easy. Sorry.
Go ahead. Okay. Do I need to roll anything for this?
Liam needs to roll his. Or I'm sorry, not Liam. Preston needs to roll his willpower. Difficulty 8.
Okay. How much willpower do I have?
You have 6 dice for all of your rolls, sir.
Okay.
Oh, god damn!
Okay, so that's not... difficulty 8, you said?
Difficulty 8.
Unfortunately, my one success is canceled out by the 1. Oh, well.
You are blissfully bitten. That pain goes away and gives way to this orgasmic feeling of being fed upon. Suddenly all that pain is gone. This is a nice way to go. And is Liam going to drain him dry?
That was the objective of the game, was it not?
As is tradition.
Yep. Draining him right dry. And as he's done, Liam will just lean in to Preston. Last moments of life, and as he said, by the way, I completely wanted to be here right now.
It's tradition. Great day for Gotham.
Yep. Now I think it's time for that conscience roll.
Yeah.
Donated a motherfucker.
Well, not really, because this guy just tried to kill you. I think you're all right.
That's cool. That being said, though, like, he did go in with the objective of killing him.
Fair enough.
It just so happened that he attacked first.
If you feel you want to roll it, I will let you roll it.
I feel like I probably should, since I'm Humanity 5. Like, that's not...
All right, go for it. Knock it out of the park.
Yep. Goes down to 4. He's okay with this. Fuck him. He tried to set me on fire.
And so, what exactly do... let me go ahead. Michael, please roll me 4 fate dice to see if if any closure ever happens for Mr. Green. Do they find Preston's body or not?
Nope.
So, 2 people going missing on the same day are never found. Preston's estranged family hold a candlelight vigil for him, telling reporters that they wish that their son, cousin, brother had not gone so astray, had not gotten so paranoid. They wish that they had never heard the term lizard people. But yes, do the Cainites bring the bodies back with them when they come back out of the labyrinth?
Of course.
Sure.
Liam is.
Yeah, of course. We'll carry it back. Probably in the manner that you would hunt. If you hunted a stag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bring it back bound and bloodless.
All right.
With the little doggy trotting by my side.
When Tormir and Gerard come back, and then the Krispy Kremes over there come back, you see they are all horribly burned.
Sorry, who came back first though?
You guys did. I'll let you guys come back first. Everybody's a winner here.
Yay! Just like all the loyalists want. Going down.
It's okay, Mr. President. I'm sure that they will work on your face.
Yep. Actually, I think with all that, I think Liam's actually at full blood. He'll just drop the 5 now instead of the power. So that way, when he wakes up, he'll only be at 3.
Natalie looks like she is having a hard time walking. She is burnt. Most of her hair is gone.
But there is a smile on her face. Truth be told.
A crispy smile.
Krispy Kreme.
Tears
Janice-
come over. Good
Janice
hunting.
hasn't healed shit. Sorry, Janice hadn't healed shit. He just walks in, walks right over to the punch bowl, dips his cup again, and has another drink, and will drop the willpower and heal.
Does that healing take a night, or does it just happen as soon as you?
And you cannot
it's
do it if you've exercised yourself. So we can't just heal it now. You need a full night's of rest, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to rate. Yeah, but it's started.
Yeah. All right. So awesome.
Well, look at the triumphant hunting parties. They have returned with their poetic Tormir. Very poetic. Just like in a stag. I see the old country still flows through your veins, does it not?
It does, Your Excellency. The call of the lands and the captains is still strong to me.
And, well, look at the three of you, all nice and toasty. I see that Mr. Preston gave you a bit of a run for your money.
It was a very heated exchange. He'll wink.
I'd wear his skin, but I don't like smelling like fear and gasoline.
He gave us a very good chance to face the fire and to show our courage, and I believe we all did.
And our resident yoga instructor. She looks over at the crowns.
If I do not mean to be insulting, mistress, but if I'm honest, I have certainly hunted more difficult game.
Well, from what Bishop Connolly and I observed, she did give you a bit of a challenge. She'll look over at Gerard with a wink.
Oh yeah, he's boiling.
Ooh. Salty.
Oh yeah, he is.
Any man with ambition would have challenged for priest if he is not happy with his priest.
Was that directed at me?
Exactly.
Oh damn.
Gerard is a very suitable priest. I have
Then why you
found.
shit talk about it?
I did not.
You did. You
As you say,
have
Your Excellency.
He nods.
So, my friends, rewards were promised and rewards will be given. So, I will ask the crowds, trick or treat?
Gerard is going to turn to Gilmir, because yeah, he's the one who get the guild, so he nods, implying that he is the one who will have to choose.
Sorry, what was it? What did he say before?
Basically, Gerard nods in your direction, allowing you to choose
Yeah, choose what, sorry?
Trick or
trick or treat.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this colloquialism.
There's a tradition here in the States where children go about in costumes and they walk up to a door asking for a trick or treat. I offer you the same courtesy. Trick or treat?
He looks like he doesn't understand what's happening for a moment and then quickly decides on one of them and says, "If it would please your excellency, I would like a treat."
A treat, And she'll snap her fingers, and some of the cheering hoodlums before come up, and they place a crate on the table. She takes a pry bar and opens it up, reaches in, and she pulls out what looks to be a, like a small pumpkin, basically. That's what it looks like. But it's got a jack-o'-lantern face carved in it. And she pulls off the top and then hurls it across the abandoned warehouse all the way on the other end, and you watch it as it explodes.
He watches it and then
Inside, there are 5 additional pumpkin bombs.
"You are most generous, Excellency."
And she smirks. And the men will bring over the crate to the crowns. She will then turn to Liam's pack. "And for you, trick or treat?"
Liam's actually going to look back at his pack to see where they're at in regards to this.
Natalia just beckons both Janice and Liam over, and to do a team huddle as you would do in a sports team. So
that's kind of what.
Yeah, it just collects their heads and puts their arms on each other's shoulders and make a circle and just go. So, what do we want? Treat could
I'm
be
thinking
nice.
trick on this one. They pick treat, and I'm thinking diversity and whatnot.
We've gone through.
Where you at?
Well, we've gone through enough tonight, but
Janice grins.
Whatever.
Janice grins and shrugs. Do it.
All right.
So trick?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. As the huddle quickly ends, Liam will look over to Bishop Dove and say, "We will be going with trick."
And she smirks and she claps her hands together excitedly as another group of men bring over a larger crate, which she opens with a pry bar. And what she pulls out are, it looks like to be one flak jacket with a very nice skull candy type motif to it and matching crime masks.
Liam definitely, likes the look of this. So it's just one flak jacket and then 3 crime masks?
No, it's flak jackets for each member of your pack.
Oh, awesome. Liam definitely he'll look at the other pack, look at Janice and Natalia, smile, and he will once again bow and say, "I humbly appreciate and accept this gift, Your Excellency."
Janice is kind of watching the bishop. He's kind of expected another shoe to fall here.
Natalia's also smiling, but seems to wait for just a moment.
Right quick, Liam's going to look at these and roll his in technology, see if there's anything weird on them.
And I'll use Ahmedjan's favorite power.
There's 5 successes on in technology.
It's a flak jacket.
It's just a flak jacket. Nothing too crazy on it or about it.
Nothing technological on it whatsoever.
All right.
Your face sight brings up nothing.
Cool. Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, it's if they are invited to, Liam will go and Liam and Janice, because Natalia can't really carry things right now. Go ahead and start to collect the armor and the masks.
right. So, a lot of you gather up your rewards, and Bishop Dove puts her hands together, looks at Hester and Roger, and just simply whistles at them, and the two jump between a lot of you, and they just go to town on these bodies.
All right.
Just
No,
start
no.
ripping them to pieces, making their
And then one of
While this is happening,
This is Najiba.
sorry,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
go on, Tim. No, you go.
No, I was just saying shit.
While this is happening, Tiamor basically turns and says, "I congratulate you on your hounds, mistress. They are beautiful creatures."
Hester and Roger have been with me for a while, and they fulfill their purpose very well.
I have two of my own hounds as well, and he will gesture towards his two human ghouls. But I have not beautified them so much yet. Unfortunately, as I have not reached the path of enlightenment, showing restraint keeps my beast in check.
Well, perhaps at some point you will be able to further your expertise. I'm sure you all met Reverend Arthur Dimmonsdale on your way in.
I believe so.
Maybe at some point you'll be able to learn how to craft a schlachta yourself.
It would be an honor. First, though, mistress, I would ask. My sire was teaching me a path of enlightenment before his passing. I should like to know if there are any in the city who would be able to instruct me in this matter.
And which path is this?
The path of honorable accord.
I know of a handful.
If you would be able to assist me in this, I would be greatly in your debt, of course.
Would not be right of me to shackle your growth as a Cainite. I myself do not have the ability to teach you, and I cannot force others to teach you. But of course, I can turn them on and ask them to observe you, and when they feel that you are ready, they will offer.
It would honor me greatly. For one of our clan, for I believe you are a fiend as me. And he'll leave the question hanging.
She just smirks.
The clan to maintain their humanity is, well, unusual.
It is it not?
And he will bow. Thank you, mistress, your excellency. And he will back off.
Just look over at Liam and the others. If you would like, I can have some of my people bottle up what is left of the refreshments, as it looks like the three of you will probably need a fair amount of vitae over the coming evenings.
Thank you very much, my mistress.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
It will serve no one if the three of you are not in fighting shape as soon as possible. This is a crusade. I like my troops to be ready and as empowered as they can be. I look forward to the day that we will be able to fight side by side on the battlefield.
Come in.
And with that, she looks over at Bishop Connolly. Well, are you satisfied with the proceedings of this evening?
He nods.
Now then, I wish you all a very fond farewell. And as you all make your way out, your vehicles have been brought into the grounds. By each of your cars, there is one in a blue and one identical individuals, one in blue and one in green, with the doors open waiting for you.
Natalia will just, probably as the last person, just hump over to, like, really, really struggling to move at this point, but she will just make her way over and just walk into the back seat of the car.
Janice will walk over to the car and open the glove compartment, hit the button to open the trunk, run over, hop in the trunk where his pull his handle closed, and of course it will, when he dives in there, he's gonna land right on one of his wounds, and just as you hear the trunker, you hear
and as a lot of you all get into your cars, the two speak. The one in green simply says, "Bishop Dove is glad that you attended." She, and then the other one in blue, the other one, simply says, "She wishes to inform all of you that," and they kind of go back and forth finishing each other's sentences, but what it comes down to is, "Bishop Dove thanks you for coming. She wishes to inform you that the Palla Grande celebration will happen on the day of, and she hopes to see you all there." And unless there is anything else, we will call that a scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And thank you to my lovely NPCs for helping us out. Thank you, and good night.